Hi everyone, it's Hannah, and today we are going to be learning how to read drill. Reading drill is difficult for newbies, which is why I'm making a video on it. It is frustrating and it is overwhelming for a lot of people. Some people will catch on quickly, some will not, and I am here today to help you learn how to read drill before we actually need to go and do it on the field. So I have the first set of our 2022 show pulled up on screen right here. As we can see, this is what the drill will look like on your sheet of paper. Let's orient ourselves first. So we're facing towards the audience, which is up here. So the bottom is going to be at the front, where we're going to be facing most of the time. The back is going to be on top. This will be the right, and this will be the left side. Director viewpoint is where the box is, where the judges will sit on the field. The numbers on the bottom and the top here are your yard markers. So this is going to be how many yards you are away from these areas over here, which are the goal lines. 50 is right smack dab in the middle. Each of these 5 yards will be 8 steps. So you are able to take 8 steps from one side to the next side, 8 normal size steps. Sometimes you'll have to move 16, even 32 counts from a yard to the next. Those are going to be really small steps, but regular steps, it is going to be around 8. Sometimes you'll have to stop in the middle or even in between the middle, like a fourth of the way, even an eighth of the way. It really depends on how you look at your drill. Next up, these dashed lines are called hash marks. This is the front hash mark because it's closer to the front, and this is the back hash mark because it is closer to the back. So when you are reading your individual drill, it will tell you exactly how many steps away from the front and back hash mark and how many steps away from the yard line you are supposed to be for that drill spot. Each of the dots on the screen with a little number and a letter is a person on the field. The letter corresponds to which section they're in. So for example, the C is clarinet, the F is a flute, T is for trumpet, and so on. Now guard gets a G. And usually we are not in the exact same formation as the band. So you'll see that a lot of the band does this kind of thing, while the guard does this kind of thing on the outside. That's because we don't want to hit the band members. So your individual spot will say G and then your number next to it. So for example, on this particular drill set, G15 is right here. Let's use G15 as an example because I feel like it. We can see that G15 is on the left 40-yard line. So on their drill, it will tell them exactly how many steps you need to take away from the closest yard line and the closest hash mark line. So we can see they're closer to the back hash line than the front hash, so it's going to tell them how many steps away from the back hash they will be. By guesstimation, it looks like they'll be around 7 steps from the back hash. So that is where they will be when they call that we are getting into set 1. Set 1 can be shown up here, and also all of the notes and which song it is. So movement 1 is the opener, and this is set 1, so it is the very first place that we will be and that we will learn. You can also find which set we are on at the bottom of the drill sheet. At the bottom, we can see we are on set number 1. We are on count number 0, so the very beginning. Basically, what it means by counts is what count we're on that you should be in this position. So let's say I have set number 2, and I can tell you that set number 2 has count 12 on the bottom here. So this means that it should take you 12 counts to get from set 1 to set 2. And it will also say the measures for the band members, but we don't really need to worry about that. So at the very beginning of our show, both when we are performing at home games or when we are performing at competitions, we will run from the left side. We will set our flags either up front, or wherever on the field they need to be, or the back hash or whatever. And then once we have our flag set, we will get into our spots. While we are doing this, I believe the snare drum will be doing a kind of bum, bum, ba-da-dum. And until they see that everyone's ready, that will not stop. And once we are all set, the drum will go bum, 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 ba-da-da-da, and then we will all hit on bum. Then we will go through all of our sets. So let's say guard 15 has to go, and then we'll go through all of our sets like this. It won't actually look like that. I mean, it might. Let's say guard 15 ends right here. So guard 15 ends there. I don't actually know if they do. But once we are done with all of our sets and we are done with the show, the snare drum will once again do the bum, bum, ba-da-dum, and all of the marching band members will head off. This is usually the path we take. We'll go around, and then we'll go in front of the stands and do our salute. The guard, however, have to kind of scramble. So the guard is going to help pick up all of the silks and all of the flags. And because we don't have long to follow behind the marching band, we have to be fast about it. So the people at the back will be gathering all the flags in the back. People at the front will be gathering the flags at the front. Do you have to grab your own flags? Absolutely not. We are trying to get off that field as quick as possible. Do not leave a flag behind. If you see a flag, grab it. It doesn't matter if it's yours because we will check afterwards and make sure that everyone has their flags back. Grab as many flags as you can. So guard 15 is going to come down here, grab all these flags, and then follow after the marching band. That is when we will do our salute and go off the field. Please keep your drill in your booty bag. Please laminate your drill if you can, because it will rip in the rain. We don't like that very much. Sometimes you'll lose pages. Don't like that very much. Put your name on your drill. Always bring a pencil and some highlighters if you need to, and have fun learning drill.